My name is Hannah Moore. I am a partner at our Burleson H-E-B store 016 in Burleson. I work on the front end, the service department, and today for my visual aid speech, I'm going to explain to you how you can apply and become a partner at our Burleson H-E-B. The first thing you have to do is going online to heb.com/careers to apply for a job. You have to select the department and your availability in your application process. The availability is very important. If your availability is not correct, then you will not get hired. The application process includes an assessment at the end, which you must complete or you will not be considered for a job. In the application process, you must fill out the application completely and you must be eligible for the work requirements. For H-E-B, you must never have been convicted of a felony and you must have an open availability for your department. There are many departments you can work in. There's service, market, produce, grocery, overnight, and many more. For me, I wanted to work in service, so that's where I applied. I became a checkout specialist this last month, and so now I am a manager. As a checkout specialist, I have to run our department, and I have to be the eyes and ears of what goes on in our H-E-B. So for my visual aid, I have a fortune teller. It's the fortune of your fortune at H-E-B. So the first step right here says to apply. So you have to go online and you have to apply to be a partner. The second step is a phone screening. So it's your first phone screening and you'll be given a call. They'll ask you a bunch of questions. Have you ever been convicted of a felony or a misdemeanor? And what's something you're proud of? And what do you like to do in your free time? Just stuff to help them get to know you better. A lot of questions that they ask are just about you. They want to know who you are as a person. It's called a phone screening, just to see if you're worth their time or not. The second step after the phone screening is a one-on-one interview. So your first one-on-one, it will be with a partner, a hiring manager from the department that you are interested in. For me, my one-on-one was with my manager, Matt. He called me in, and I went into his office. We sat and we talked. He asked a lot of the same questions that was in the phone screening, and then after that, he asked me to come back for the second round interview, which is a group interview. On the group interview, you're in a room full of people, and it's everybody that's applying for the same position. You sit in a row of chairs, and you're numbered, and there are 3 managers at the front. They're all hiring managers or top store leaders. I personally had 2 hiring managers from my department and a top store leader. In this interview, they ask you a lot of questions about who you are, what you like to do, pretty much the same things from the phone screening and from the one-on-one. They ask you what you like to do in your free time and something that you're proud of. Character is very important at H-E-B, so these questions are very important for you to answer. The next thing they ask you is to sell a product to one of the hiring managers that's sitting at the front. I had to sell chocolate chip cookies to our top store leader, Jackie. He's in charge of our sales. So I went up and I just did a little act and I sold him some cookies. The next thing they ask you to do is to play out a problem that would happen or a situation that would happen if you were put in the position of not having a manager around. You had to take care of a customer and there was no one around to help you. So I gave away a lot of free stuff in mine, and it was okay. I got hired, so I guess that was alright. The next interview process after the group interview is a one-on-one personally with our general manager. Our general manager is Eli. He's a very nice man. He very much cares about character and how you act as a person outside of the store. So he just wants to know what kind of person you are. It's a very long process to be hired at H-E-B, but it's very worth it in the end. So then, after the second one-on-one, you're to a position at H-E-B. They ask you to be a partner. For that, you have to go through many, many hours of training and many, many hours of introduction, but it's all worth it in the end. H-E-B only has the very best partners in the world because we go through such a lengthy interview process. And if you are ever interested, feel free to ask me about it. It's a great company to work for. We have great benefits and the greatest partners in the world.